I've made a big decision.
We're gonna get these fish out and then actually get the pond up.
That's gonna be where the waterfall is at. And then I have to we have to flatten every bit of this edge out. That is the pond. Check it out. It is deeper. The ledge is even deeper now. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the video today. Well, I've made a big decision. That is to, okay, I forgot something. That is this right here, because I'm gonna definitely need this. So as you can tell by the title on the thumbnail, well, I've decided to tear down my pond, and that's a big decision. You see, I said in one of my videos last week that in my how to build your own turtle pond video, that if my two ideas did not work to keep turtles in the pond, I was gonna tear this thing down and turn it into a fish pond. Well, I haven't really enforced any of those ideas yet, because I haven't got any more turtles in there yet. However, I come and look at this pond nearly every single day, and I'm just not happy with it anymore. This is the pond right here, a little bit low right now, just fine. But we're gonna make this thing really twice as big as this. Yeah, twice as big. So let me take you through the whole dimension of the pond after I was really thinking about this last night. So you see, I'm gonna make this part's still really gonna be here, most of this area. It's just I'm gonna dig it a lot deeper. The pond will then come out right through there. It will have about through there and about through there. That'll be kind of like a little creek system, but not the main creek system. You'll see what I'm talking about. So the pond will come over here, and then it will kind of circle around this spot. This side will be bigger and even deeper, and then it will come all the way back around to the creek system. So kind of almost like two different ponds, but they are still connected. So basically later on in the video, you would see that I would not make this kind of like a double pond. Basically what I would just do is just make the pond wider and deeper. You'll see what I'm talking about though. Now, remember how I said most of this would be here except for a little bit? That's because that area over there, I'm gonna fill some of that in. And I was really, you see how this is kind of like a slope? All this around the pond, into the pond. I've also got to make sure I flatten all this out because the rocks I'm going to be using to hold the liner down around the pond are going to be just these big rocks instead of the smaller versions. And in order for them not to look like that, not slope like that, well, I got to make sure that the dirt around here is all flattened out. So definitely gotta make sure I do that. But also, like I said, some of that part over there is going to be filled in. That is simply because well, I'm gonna make this kind of like a waterfall creek system, kind of back over in that corner area over there. So the way this thing's gonna work is I will still be using that same spillway. It'll be back there. I will pile probably 2 to 3 of the smaller rocks up on the bottom of it, and kind of stack it just a little bit higher, even though it's already a really good high point over there and it looks really good right there. And then it will kind of spill over into this creek system. Now when I buy the liner, if I do not have quite enough liner for the pond and all that, I would just use this leftover liner right here to worry about that, and I'll obviously have plenty of liner to make that. So that is the main deal with everything. Today I'm just worried about getting this thing up and really focusing on where everything's gonna be at. So that way when they get the liner, because that's really gonna be the only thing I gotta get. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Once they get the liner, I'm gonna go straight into this thing and build it. So hopefully once I get the liner, even if I have someone else over here helping me with it, even if I don't though, I think I can really get this done in about a day. And that's simply because, well, I've already built one pond, so I've already learned some things from this. And also because, well, I already have basically everything I need except for the liner. I already have these big rocks around the pond. Some of them are hidden, like that one right there that you cannot even see. That'll be the rocks that go around the pond area. I already have this gravel and everything, and I actually already have 2 other bags of pea gravel. So I think we should have enough gravel, maybe get 2 more bags, so that's nothing really. I already have the pump, the filter, the waterfall, the tubing. I have thick tubing and I have real thin tubing. So I have all the basic things that I need except for, well, the liner. I already have some plants here. I'm gonna probably plant some of the same plants that I planted around my koi pond, around this pond. Stuff like Mexican tulips, elephant ears, which like grow like right there. So, one thing I didn't really tell, which I'm pretty sure you knew I was gonna do this. Gonna rip up this fence and take all these blocks out anyways. I might end up using these blocks for something. I don't know, we'll just have to see. So that being said, let's get to it. Hey, you guys remember this? Yeah, well, this is what I'm actually going to put the gravel in, and water cannot actually stay in here because, well, it has a crack in it, so yeah. So what I'm going to do first off, obviously, is get these fish out of here. Then we're going to drain the water. I'm going to lift all these rocks off on the edge, and then I'm going to pick the tarp up, and get all the gravel around the pond and in the pond into here. So, actually, you know what? To make it a lot easier to catch these fish, I'm just gonna drain the pond with only like an inch of water left, and then we're gonna go and scoop them out because I know they'll all be in this little area back here. There we go. Alright, so I got the pond right now. I got all the filtration cleaned out and everything. It's over there to the side. So now we gotta get these fish out and then actually get the pond up. I got this little bucket right here. I'm just gonna go in and like scoop them up. Actually, I might just herd them into the bucket. I don't know. We'll just see. Alright, so there we go. Pretty much got the pond out now. Well, not out technically, but got all the water out. Got to get all this gravel now into that kiddie pool pond. Pretty sure I got all the fish out. I actually did get 2 little bitty babies out. I knew there were a few babies in there, but I just couldn't actually, find them until I drained it like this. Maybe 1 or 2 more mosquito fish in here. Yes, I'm about to find out though. Oh, there's one right there, but a half-grown one. Let's see if we can get him. Come on. Yes, we got him. Now I got 2 out of here that were even like half the size of this guy. Alright, there we go. We're gonna go put all the mosquito fish into my koi pond, and I'll probably go ahead and put the goldfish in there as well. Gonna go and get the goldfish first, because, well, why not? Oh, then we got a mosquito fish as well. Got 2 mosquito fish in the goldie. Got the other goldfish right here. Also, these are gonna be some of the plants that are gonna go around the new pond as well. We got the Mexican tulips, which for some reason they keep bending over. Then we got the elephant ears. See how they're really starting to grow now? That's how I want it to be around the new pond. Gonna go and just dump this out and pick them up off the ground. All right, there we go. Boom, boom.
2 hours later.
All right, so got all the fish in there. Even got all the 3 babies in there. So. Alright, you guys, so it's been about an hour and a half now. I got everything really organized out here. I got my battery charged back up, and I took a little break. So let me show you exactly what we got here. So we got all the rocks right here. That is a ton of rocks. I didn't even realize I had that much. We got the liner right there. We got all the gravel right there. We got all the blocks right there, and we got all the filtration right there. Then we got the fencing over there. So it kind of raked out the pond, kind of cleaned off, really cleaned it out and all that, all the leaves and stuff, so I could really see what I'm going to build. Also got all the dirt really moist and everything, so that way it's a lot easier to dig in. So let me show you what we're gonna do. So right up there and that general area right in there, that's gonna be where the waterfall is at. I'm gonna stack probably 3 rocks right there. I'm gonna put the spillway up there, and then I'm gonna probably put some of the liner. The liner will come up through here just like that, and I'm gonna kind of fill this in just a little bit more, really make it like a really nice looking slope right here. We'll have big rocks right here on the sides, and we'll have the pea gravel on the inside, have a little bit more pea gravel on the edges than in the middle, so that way the water is constantly running through the middle and not trying to gape out the sides. So I need to really figure out how I'm gonna get that slope done right. I'm gonna probably make an example of with the waterfall up there and just see how good it looks. Then I need to dig out this edge a little bit. I'm gonna extend this just a little bit more. This area of the pond's about right out there. Then we gotta make it come out right through there to there. That's kind of going to be the lower transition area to the second pond area. So I've got a lot of digging to do, but I gotta get to it. So I'm gonna start really building this the creek area out first, probably the slope over there, and then I'm gonna start digging this out, then the transition area, and then the second pond area. I'm gonna go and do the waterfall part and a little bit of this area, and I will show you guys what I get done. All right, you guys, so here it is. Check it out. This is the pond. It is deeper. The ledge is even deeper now, and it is a little bit wider now. I'm not sure how well you guys can really see how it is deeper, but it is. And then if you look right up over there, that's where the creek system's gonna be at. You see how I built it up like mounds? That way the water stays on the inside and doesn't try to go over. And of course, I have to make sure that the spillway is actually leveled. But that is one pond, you guys. I got a lot more to do. All right, let's try to like...
I'm gonna get that dirt out.
That? Yeah, we'll get that out. Maybe if we pull it out just a little bit more.
That's what I'm thinking, a little bit more.
So see, basically, this is a lot deeper than the old pond because the way that I've made this slope, it's a lot thicker. The slope is a lot deeper than it was when I initially had made this pond, and that is gonna obviously make the pond bigger, but I've also made it wider. Since I've also decided not to make the other pond over here, you know, it makes it a lot easier. And then instead of bringing out a whole nother pond over here, just making one big pond. Like I was just saying, yes, I look like a bum right now because I've been working non-stop all day. I've took a few breaks in between just to eat and stuff like that, but I've been working non-stop. It's really helped out, definitely. But basically, we are done with the pond build now. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna push some of this dirt back on the edges, basically, and then we have to flatten every bit of this edge out so it doesn't go at a slope, and that way we put the rocks over it. And I'm using those big stones, so when I put them over it, I'm gonna have like an inch or two of the stone coming over the water, so that way you can't see the tarp on the sides. But in order to do that, you have to make sure that the edges on the outside are flattened. But you guys, that is the pond. Check it out. It might look very similar to you guys. It is similar as far as the build and everything, but it is by all means deeper and also wider. If you actually remember what I said in that video, I actually said that I was just gonna make this deeper and wider. And guess what? I'm just gonna dig this thing deeper and we're gonna make this thing a whole entire fish pond. If I turn this into the fish pond, and that's what I'm doing. So if we get in here, I'm actually gonna sit right here on the ledge, and that right there is the creek with a cat. So I have the waterfall up there. It'll kind of spill in here. I have a rock right here on the ledge probably, unless the flow of the water is already pretty good. But if it's not, I'll put a really flat piece of slate right there on the edge, and water will flow right off of that rock in to the pond. And now we have a dog. That is the pond. It is about 2.5 feet deep in the deep end, about 1 foot to 1.5 foot on the ledge area right there. That is the pond build. I've actually got all the edges flattened out now with the mounds around the pond. Huge piece of rock. I said I had some more of this rock over there in that pile under leaves and stuff. Check out this giant piece of rock. We'll definitely be using that. So I'm probably gonna get the liner tomorrow, and then once we get the liner, we'll go in and set this thing up, and it should not take long to actually get it set up once I get the liner. After a little while, I will get a UV clarifier for this, but just not right now. It's not gonna need one. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new to the channel. In the next video, I'll be setting up this pond right here, and it's gonna look awesome. But anyways, guys, with that being said, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.